Oh,
Welcome back to Chef's Pot, episode 16. Today it's just me and Claudio, me and the boy. Aiden was very eager to come over, but then all of a sudden he didn't want to do it. So, RIP. Thought we had like a.
I
I thought
think,
we came up on a goat. I
yeah,
thought we came up on like a fucking instant classic for the pod. And that pod did very well. The pod did. I think it has the highest views on out of all the pods so far. I think it hit like 69, 70, somewhere in there.
special
The
number.
last one before that, yeah, 69. Yay.
um,
I'm sipping coffee like a gentleman. Claudio, on the other hand, is drinking alcohol like a degenerate before school, no less. How fucking disgusting is that? Couldn't be me. Could never be me.
no.
Fucking, uh, I don't have a lot of particulars I want to talk about. There's just a little like nonsense here and there I can bring up, but you said you had some topics. Should I go with the shades again today?
Yeah, why not?
Or should I rock those ones?
On the shades,
Yes. Yes. Back to the shades. It's all about the shades inside, man. That's going to become our thing. Dude, you look like a blind pianist. Oh, just knock the whole mic over, why don't you? Fuck
Yeah.
it all up.
Yep. Oh.
You said you had some topics you want to talk about.
Oh, what was it? First of all, the fucking Chris from
Oh my
fucking
God.
Mr. Beast turning transgender out of the blue.
How do you feel about it?
Dude, that's fucking wild.
That's it?
Yeah, well, no, not even. It's wild. It's crazy that he changed fucking. It just felt like
Married, kids.
yeah, had kids, had a wife. Then he's like,
How do you think
I
she
feel like I'm a
feels
girl.
about it?
dude, she's probably like,
Is
what if she turns gay and then, or just changes her gender to a guy? They switch roles. The kids don't remember. And then,
That'd be such a mind fuck if the kids do remember.
oh my god, mom, no, dad.
Huh?
You just mix up your mom and your dad.
You transed your genders, mom and dad. What the fuck?
That's wild. Just imagine your parents just switching genders on you, like.
Oh, I'd bully my parents.
Oh my.
I'd bully the shit out of my parents. It's like the exact opposite of what I do to my kids. Like I wouldn't bully my kids out of something.
No.
I would fucking cake it on so heavy. Like if they're gay, I'm trans.
Yeah.
If they're fucking trans, I'm a fucking pansexual furry. Like I will one up you every fucking time, and we will just like I will just get them to be so sick of the idea because their fucking dad loves it.
That's fucking wild, dude. I don't know. I'm trying to like just think of my parents, like.
Kids who fucking love basketball will like revolt in their teens and not play for the team and like get in trouble and shit like that just so they don't have to play, just to fucking anger their parent,
That's wild to me.
just to anger their fucking basketball dad who never made it.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. It's just like I did not see it coming. Like the dude just seemed like normal, like everyday person. But
Well,
there's probably so much
You
that
want to
you
know
don't see.
why it didn't surprise me when I heard it?
Hmm.
Because like 2 days ago, I was reading this fucking post about how fucking Amazon and Disney are apparently affiliated with the talent agency that runs Mr. Beast and a whole bunch of other big creators here in the States. Almost every one of their people ends up on the trending tab all week. So it just seems like they're part of the big media corporate cog, and it just seems like, that was going to happen. Welcome, Draco. Hi.
A special guest.
Hello.
Draco again.
He's a handsome guy. He's a big old guy. Hello.
You're stepping on my pants, bud.
Hi, handsome. This is the GOAT. Welcome back. He's the best. He's probably not going to stay long, but he does like to make an appearance. Look at that. He's got the whole other panel to himself. He's vibing out.
Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah, I wasn't really surprised when I saw it, and I've never really been a big Mr. Beast guy. Like, I've never been, like, watching Mr. Beast much. So I never really, like, cared.
Yeah.
I never really fucking... I was like, oh no, what's going on? Not Chris. God damn it.
Oh, man.
But it was just like, you know, go figure.
I mean, I bet Mr. Beast is weirded the fuck out.
You want to know what's something funny that I've read on several memes lately? That in the Bible, you want to know what the demons refer to themselves as? They and them. It's they, them, and us. Those are the terms they use.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny. I think the idea that trans are all demons is valid, and we should go on a holy crusade and get some like super soakers full of holy water and spritz it in their eyes. And if that doesn't work, we can switch to holy vinegar.
I don't know.
That's it? That's all you had to talk about was Chris being trans, and you didn't even have much to say on it.
Yeah, nothing. All right, this is the end of the podcast.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. That was Chef's Pod, episode 15. Make sure you like, subscribe. Click that notification bell if you do subscribe. Make sure you see all the latest episodes. What? You're not going nowhere. See, this is why I don't let you in here when I record this. Because you're distracting. You interrupt. You don't care about the creative process, the train of thought, the flow. We haven't even gotten a flow going, and you're fucking it up. And you go fuck with my chess pieces too. God damn it. God damn it. You're fucking mutt.
Go.
Go. Tell
Draco. Go.
You don't have to yell at him. You can just show him out the door.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, Draco. That's enough. Go, 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 go. And he's out. Also, I know I said last week we were going to record with the fucking GoPro, but some technical difficulties. I didn't charge the battery or figure out the fact that the battery doesn't last that long. So it had about 27 minutes of recording time, and that's not long enough for a podcast. So we're just going to use this camera again this week, and I'll figure out the GoPro, not like a lazy piece of shit, for next week, okay? I apologize. Now, Israel Adesanya, fucking UFC. Did you see any of it?
Nope.
And man, whooped that man's ass. Trump was there. He one of the fighters, I forget who it was. Not in Adesanya's fight, but somebody like after their fight. They said, I just want to say thank you to the best president in the world over there, Donald Trump. Fucking the whole crowd's going fucking nuts. I just seen a video today of a crowd of high schoolers at like some Adidas conference, like in a stadium, just the entire stadium kids just, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden, slapping the fucking ground with both hands, just all of them in sync. It was just like, okay, yeah. By the way, remember, Claudio, never forget, most voted for president in American history, Joe Biden. You know how many counties in this fucking, in the states, like, surpassed 100% of their voter registry? A lot. A lot. But there was no foul play. There was no shenaniganery going on. The election was fair and safe. Have you heard about this Restrict Act? The TikTok ban?
Oh, yep. Because, like...
What have you heard about it?
I heard, like, China's getting information through TikTok, and that they're planning on banning TikTok in total in the United States just due to leaked information.
So, turns out the entire bill doesn't even mention TikTok. It's called the Restrict Act, I'm pretty sure. Long story short, it gives the government the power to ban individuals, remove entire sites, charge people with criminal acts for using VPNs to access websites that are not allowed in the US.
Sounds about enough.
So it just gives the government more power to persecute on the individuals. That's all it does. So, like, some tells me if that thing passes, iPhoney's not going to be around for long.
No. And then there's, like...
Certain accounts on Twitter aren't going to exist anymore.
No. Well, yeah, because Elon Musk owns it. He has to abide by all rules in the United States.
If the fucking the American law says do this, you're going to have to do that.
Yeah. It's crazy to me to think that, like, we go to America because we have more opportunities, more freedom, but...
Yet everybody seems so inclined to get rid of all of them.
Like, you see all the videos of, like, the Karens. You can't do this, that. Like, my first response to the bitch would be, like, what's America known for?
Dude, individual freedoms.
Yeah. And
Dude,
then you...
What's the number 2 individual freedom after fucking,
Isn't it gun rights?
Yeah. You have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those fucking rights are endowed to you. You have constitutional rights that are defined, but it's not as like a list of what you're allowed to do because we say so. It's a list of what you're allowed to do because they are your God-given rights, and the government is supposed to protect those rights. And the whole point of the Second Amendment, the main point of the Second Amendment, is in case the people who are meant to protect your rights become tyrannical with your rights, you are meant to overthrow them. Because something that our forefathers knew, something that like any historian with half a fucking, like a teardrop of information of history understands, is that every fucking nation rises and falls. Nothing lasts forever. Everything's going to come up and come down and come up and come down. It's going to happen. It happens to fucking everyone. The thing is, why does that happen? What causes it? Most of the time, it's internal corruption. Greed, the individual fucking cog in the wheels of the system. And no matter what system it is, it seems to fuck others over. So the idea of capitalism is to give everybody so much individual freedom that not one person can exploit others too much. You have too much individual choice for this guy over here to exploit you entirely. You can always just say, fuck this dude, I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's fallen by the wayside in recent years due to monopolized corporations and whatnot.
Always.
But like that's the whole point, is that things fall apart. These things eventually decay. But there hasn't been another system in history that's lasted as long as capitalism has, or as successfully for everyone. Like, obviously, everyone it hasn't worked out for, but it's worked out for more people than it has in any other situation. So, our forefathers understood that these things are prone to collapse, and they understood why they collapse. So, hey Claudio, you get a computer, right?
Yeah.
It's you use it for 5-10 years every fucking day. You've been going to school with it, you've been going to work with it, you use it constantly, you use it all the time. Eventually it starts to slow down, right? Starts to get buggy, starts to get all wonky, doesn't want to work, doesn't have space. What do you do to that motherfucker?
Sell it, get rid of it, trade it.
If you don't want to sell it.
You trade it in to
if
get
you want to keep the laptop, what do you do to it?
You fix it.
What's the main thing that you're going to do to clear up all that shit that's on it?
Fucking delete it.
Factory reset the motherfucker, right? I love that was so hard for you to find.
I don't know. I think of every other option of, I need to reset it.
That's what I'm saying. You'd factory reset the motherfucker. Like, you would take all your important documents and shit off onto a hard drive, and then you'd factory reset, wipe the whole fucking thing, re-download the shit you need, and then start fresh on it.
Yeah.
That's what you would do. It's kind of the same thing for a fucking government or a country's body. you know, shit gets gunked down. You need a hard reset. You need to burn out all the corrupt files and everything that's fucking gumming up the works and restart from the beginning again.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not the most fun, but it's a necessary process. Our forefathers understood this. Our fucking politicians now understand this. That's why they want to remove the Second Amendment, is because they know that they are on the fucking chopping block.
Ooh.
They know all it's going to take is a little more economic instability and a little more food shortages and a little higher gas prices, and all of a sudden people are going to be willing to kill.
Yeah.
It's not going to take much. Because, like, I'm barely making it by, and, like, I go to work all week. So, like,
yeah.
I can understand motherfuckers who, like, got kids, got a house that they
yeah.
can't afford because they don't live with other people. Like, they're getting bodied by bills.
Oh yeah. Because like I'm slightly making it
God
by
damn it.
what?
I just poured coffee all over my fucking light gray shirt.
Perfect.
It's going to stain. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
And well, no, I'm barely making it by. I get tips, but like now it's like with everything going on, the sky rise for pricing. It's like,
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, not to sound like I'm preying on your downfall or anything, but I do, like, I don't want to say I enjoy it, but I do like that, like, now because you have a not as high paying job, you realize just how bad it's starting to get.
oh yeah.
Before you were just thriving. You was like, who the fuck cares? It's just $2 more. Fuck it.
Yeah, like
now that you got school going on, you got this delivery job. It's starting to. Wait a second.
I need to fucking get a better job.
Yeah,
it's like,
and you don't even buy fucking groceries like that. So like, if you were going to the grocery store, you'd see that meat, eggs, fucking milk.
Oh,
Milk's basically like $4 a gallon now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Shortage on cows now.
Yeah, you know, the cows we all killed.
It's wild.
Poisoning all the farmland and starving them out because there's no wheat. You know, those cows.
Yeah, because
like there's actually like there's been plenty of reports of cattle farmers. Like fuck it, even Logan and Kira when they went to Atwood, like they would tell me like they'd see people selling cows. Like you could buy a whole cow to be butchered for $100. You know how much meat that is?
A lot.
That's like fucking 6 months worth of meat, if not more.
I'd get a cow just.
And you want to know why they were selling them so cheap? Because they had to kill all of them. Because they didn't have food, and there wasn't going to be food for them. Because there's not enough food in the fucking like warehouses and storage and in these fucking corporations because of fucking food plants getting burned down and giant farms getting fucking, you know, eradicated due to mysterious things, whether it be fire, fucking toxins, weird pests, whatever it may be. You know, we got it, like it's just people have to sell their cows because they're not going to be able to feed them. And it's like, instead of letting their cows starve out to death in the field, they're going to sell it, butcher it, and make a couple $100 off of this product.
Yeah.
It sucks, but
you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's going to get a little worse. A little worse and a little worse. I wish the hammer would just fall. That way everybody would realize at once, like, oh, shit. But, like, it's just going to slowly chip away and just make everyone suffer. Because, like, that's the thing. That, like, for some reason we seem to have forgotten in this country is that, like, sure, you as the individual can't do anything. But, like, if you and the 800 other people in your neighborhood all feel the same way about something, you can make something fucking shake.
Yeah.
You can change some shit. You can go fucking stand outside a politician's house for a fucking night, scaring his family and his kids, and there will be change. Like, we don't protest anymore like we should. And, like, when we do protest, it's shit like fucking burning down privately owned businesses that have nothing to do with anything. Like, have you seen these protests in France lately?
Nope.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Dude, they've been protesting for weeks. Do you know why?
Nope.
President Macron of France unilaterally, so without like any votes, changed the retirement age from 62 to 64 and then did something else to fuck with pensions to like reduce them. Unilaterally with no fucking oversight. It was just like, yep, we're doing this. So the French people have been protesting. Millions of people protesting, filling the streets for weeks, storming police stations. You want to know what other buildings they've been storming?
Privately owned.
Nope. They've been storming BlackRock. You know, BlackRock and Vanguard, those companies we used to talk about, the ones that just so happen to own every fucking major company in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They own like a majority share on the board of every one of these companies that you've like ever heard of. Nike, Adidas, Balenciaga, Walmart, fucking Giant Eagle, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you've ever fucking heard of. They own basically a majority share of. Real estate, all of it. Fucking... They've been... Like, they have trillions of dollars worth of assets. They don't have billions of dollars of assets. They have trillions. So, like, that gives you an idea of how much money they have. And how much, like, they control in the corporate world. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
But the French protesters stormed, like, their big skyscraper and it were fucking starting fires and shit. And it's like, they are storming the buildings of people who actually matter. They're storming the fucking Capitol buildings. They're attacking riot police. The firefighters are in full fucking gear helping combat fucking riot police with the protesters.
Yes, sir.
Like, come on now. This is why people fuck with firefighters more than policemen. Because firefighters will, if they understand what's happening is corrupt, will not stand and just follow orders. Because I imagine they had captains who told them to stay in their firehouse. And they said, fuck you.
Yeah.
But the police, for some reason, just go, yep, we're going to stand guard outside this building. Fuck you, pussies. Yeah. Turn on your leaders. They're corrupt assholes.
Yeah.
I never understand that. But, like, if we could protest like French people.
Game over.
Dude, we have so much shit happen. And this isn't the first time the French have showed us up. This is like the third time in 3 years. I don't remember what the other shit they were protesting was, but they protested some shit way better than we did.
I remember the other protests, but I don't remember.
I remember the pictures, but I don't remember what it was about. Man. We suck, dude. We're so fucking lame.
Yeah.
Our country's so fucking booty.
What was it?
Like, we're all gonna starve because nobody just wants to do something. Nobody wants to tell trannies to shut the fuck up. Like, you realize that. Our economy's gonna collapse. Half of us are gonna starve to death. The other half are gonna die in a civil war or a world war. All because we couldn't tell trannies to shut the fuck up. Do you realize how crazy the predicament we are in?
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Like, we could pretend it's not happening for like probably a few more weeks, but when like they start sending people like Jerry off to fucking go into combat and shit, we know the draft's coming soon.
Oh yeah.
Cause I'm a firm believer it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because like they're in the. I know you don't keep up in politics, but you're at least aware of like money and like currency enough.
Yeah.
You know that like the Federal Reserve has been trying to create a digital currency, a fucking token. Like they've been trying to push that for like a while now. Mm-hmm. Why do you think they're destroying the American dollar?
So everything can go electronic. They can have all the power.
They can restart, and then they can have the electronic money. Mm-hmm. But you can't get a generation of people who just watched you to fucking drown your entire fucking currency to sign up for it. So what do you got to do to them first?
Make them pay.
No, you got to get them out of the system. Oh. You got to make them go die. You got to make them go fight. And then anybody else who stays has to just give in to the system or suffer. And like, it'll be real easy because, like, you know, it already happens in China. Like, dude, Claudio, if we lived in China, you'd probably be chilling and I wouldn't even be able to get like an apartment. Like, simply on like the things I talk about that would get picked up on camera, my social credit score would be tanked. I wouldn't be able to get like certain food at the store. You could get like nice steaks. I'd have to get frozen foods.
Yummy.
I wouldn't be able to get a taxi, get on a train, rent an apartment, buy a house. You could do all those things as long as you just kept your mouth shut.
Yes.
Like, if they can do all that, if they can turn off your bank, you think they're not going to go for that here?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. And Claudio, when everything's electronic and every fucking store no longer accepts cash and the only way to pay is electronically and they shut off your bank account, how you paying for anything?
Yes.
So you got a week until you're homeless.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Pretty nice. It seems like you're going to keep your mouth shut, huh?
Yeah.
Seems like you ain't going to say some shit you shouldn't, huh? That's one thing. I know I'd never survive in a society like that because I can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to know something that my coworker said that like I about just like dropped someone's dresser down the stairs to argue with him about?
Huh.
In one sentence, he goes, "Man, I got a one-track mind. It's that ADHD shit." I don't know why, but shit like that triggers me so fucking much. Like my brain gets in a knot and I'm just like, what in the fuck are you talking about? One track mind or attention hyper deficit disorder. AD or attention deficit. No, what is it?
It's attention deficit hyper disorder.
That sounds wrong. But it's probably right. Because they'll sound like all the right words, but the wrong order. Because I want to say attention hyper deficit disorder.
Yeah.
But that's AHDD. Regardless. You have the thing that makes you fucking unable to focus on any one thing because your brain is constantly rattling around to 20 different subjects. What the fucking corner of the room looks like, how fast the fan's going, what's on the TV, what's on my paper, what my shoe feels like. You're too busy rattling around. ADHD, right?
Mm-hmm.
One track mind. Those are complete opposite fucking things. And like, this isn't something that matters. But it fucking irks me, dude. It makes me want to fucking just sit down and make this motherfucker reevaluate his entire world. How's work been for you?
Fuck it. Oh, I think I went from like almost averaging like 250 to like 400 a week in tips. Now it's like 200, 300 maybe in tips. No one really wants to buy car, or no one really wants to buy pizza. Tip you. Dude, I took a pizza to this lady 3 days in a row, and she did not tip me a single dollar.
When they didn't tip me, I'd be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be very rude. Because usually, if they pay in card and they don't pay with the tip already, they're usually not going to give you one when you get there.
That's why lately I've been like...
Your
on the
pizza's
phone?
going to be in the bush.
On the phone, they're like, yeah, I'm going to pay with card. I was like, oh, would you like to add a tip on there for the driver? They're like, yeah. Now you want
No lie, Jimmy John's gave some nice tips. Not all the time. A lot of time it'd be like $150, $2. But then every once in a while, you get some guy who's giving you $19, $30.
Really?
Dude,
That's
like I literally
wild.
one time a dude paid 18 something for an order and matched the tip. Just here you go, 18.75 straight to you. Like
I
even
would
matched
like
the
that.
change.
I would like that a lot.
Dude, it was sick. I was just like, all right, bro, you're fucking tight with it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't like jobs that you got to rely on tips.
Yeah.
Like my job, I'm gonna be real. I hate my job.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
Why'd you
like,
push it back out, you nerd?
redo my fucking shirt and shit.
Dude, but I really do hate my fucking job, man. I work fucking like 7 to 3 every goddamn day, and I get paid for 4 to 5 hours of work.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
bullshit. It's so stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, oh my god. We moved some fucking crazy lady the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this chick was batshit. Like, I have a picture of it. So here, I'll fucking show you. I asked to use her bathroom because I had to shit, and so I went in her bathroom and I took a mean dump. But this chick's bathtub, because I just decided to take a peek in it, because like I noticed the curtain was closed, but I saw like boxes sticking out the side. I was like, what the fuck? So I just peeked inside. Take a look at this, bud.
Just has shit in there.
And that's the house we're moving her out of. So when do you think the last time she used that was?
Oh, never.
And just so, you know, the people at home can see, that's her fucking bathtub. You can't really use that. So when's the last time you used the bathtub, lady? And I don't think this chick had any like kids or anything. She seemed to be like a lonely old lady who just has a dog and she's insane. Like the reason I keep saying she's insane is because she'd repeat herself about everything, like everything. When we first got there and she's telling us what she wants to go, she's like pointing at boxes. She's like, this one's a gut buster. And this one's even more of a gut buster. She said gut buster probably 18 times in 5 minutes. Are they all heavy? Okay, thanks. What you could have just said they're all heavy. You didn't have to one by one by one by one by one. Gut buster, gut buster, gut buster. This one's a gut buster. That table's a gut buster too. So is that cabinet. You better watch out. That cabinet's a gut buster. Okay. This chick had like 7 items on her inventory. Because, you know, when you're moving, we send a crew. So it's either like 2 to fucking 5 people.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 trucks and 2 crews if we need that many.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch had like 7 items. She had like a glass cabinet, a fucking TV stand fireplace, a TV, a couch. She had... Here, this is the best way I can describe it. On the inventory, she had 2 chairs. That bitch had 6 fucking chairs. And I'm not talking a chair this small. I'm talking spinny fucking chairs, an office chair, a recliner, a chair that should be a recliner but isn't. It just doesn't have the feet that come out. It's just a big fucking chair. She had, dude, she didn't measure a single fucking thing into the next house. So, like, we put 2 couches, 2 chairs, and a Peloton in her living room. The Peloton wasn't even supposed to go in that fucking living room. It's supposed to go in the back room. Out of all of those fucking items, which one do you think is aimed at the TV?
The Peloton.
The only fucking thing looking remotely at the TV. The one couch looks at the door. The other one, like, if I'm sitting this way, the TV is here facing this way. The chairs are by the door.
Mm.
She has a table in her kitchen that is pressed against the wall in the corner and also sticking out into the kitchen doorway. She has a chair sitting in the fucking a blue sofa spinny salon chair sitting in the kitchen. None of her 4 fucking actual like kitchen table chairs are in the kitchen. They're all in the back room. And this bitch is insane. When she got there, she was yelling at her landlord and her fucking her maintenance man, like as soon as she got there, after she tried walking into the wrong house. After I was like, hey, are you sure this one's yours? We have a number over there. She's like, yeah, 235. I was like, 235 is over there. She just completely ignored me, threw some lady's stroller into a bush, started walking over. The lady came out of her house and was looking at her, and I walked up to I got out of the truck to go tell the lady, this isn't your place. Yours is over there. She's like, oh. Shuffled over there, threw some fucking lawn chairs, starts complaining about the trash being full. She's like, what is all this shit? This isn't mine. This isn't supposed to be here. It's like, yeah, it's garbage from the old tenant. What? Well, what if I want to use the trash can? Wait till trash day. And huffed and puffed and walked inside. This bitch parked on the right side of the street, got out of her car, dealt with all of us and whatnot, then got back in her car just to park on the wrong side of the street. Directly opposite where the truck was sticking out into the street. So just making a narrow-ass path on the street for no fucking reason. Like, she was down the street on the right side of the road. Came down to park directly in front of the fucking truck. On the wrong side of the road. I can't keep dealing with insane people and not getting paid for it.
It's fun. Oh man, oh. What else is crazy in my life? Oh. Fucking Mary texted me the other day again.
I think you should have had some coffee, bud.
And wildly enough, she's like talking to me and just like trying to have a regular conversation.
Or actually, here, finish that. Finish that before you finish your Mary story. You know, you keep saying you're done with her. You're not done with her. You're never going to be done with her.
Dude, it's like hard because like I still have a lot of feelings for her. So it's like hard for me to really...
I don't think that's why it's hard. I think it's hard because you don't want to go through all of it to find someone else. Because it seems like all these other like chicks that you talk to, you keep it so surface level. Like even this one chick, like the chick that you've been hanging out with the most is a chick that you specifically have declared that you won't ever date long term because of the fact that she's a fucking insane pothead.
Yeah.
So it's like the only one you seem to have played around with for any like extended period of time seems to be the one you know you won't stay with. So you don't like there's no risk. You don't care.
So
it could fall apart tomorrow and you wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Whereas if you found one you liked, you don't want to have to try again. You don't want to have to do the effort of like fucking making sure you don't fuck up.
Yeah. And
whereas like you know Mary's still fucking attached to you, which means you always got the easy in.
Well,
that's one of the reasons like I like banished myself from talking to Anna when I broke up with her. Was because like especially back then I had a really like even though it was my first girlfriend, like I had a very big thing about like I'm not going to go back to an ex. I'm not doing that. So like to prevent myself from doing that, I was like no talking to them. Even if I'm not in a relationship, even if I want fucking coochie and I think it'd just be easy. No. And That's just how you got to do it. But I don't think you want that. I don't think you really want that. I think you want Mary back eventually.
Yeah.
I think you're still on plan A, the thing you were talking about when all this shit originally popped off, which is you want to just separate for a little bit, play around, and then eventually when you feel like settling down, be like, hey, yo, Mary. Which I told you I didn't think would work, but it seems like she's still on you, and it don't seem like she's going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
But all it would take is finding the one dumb bastard who's got a little more than you do, I think. Though Mary does like you for you.
Yeah.
She really does.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that Mary likes you for the things you have. Mary definitely likes you for you. But as a female, I think all it would take... I think she could sacrifice enjoying the actual time with somebody for somebody who's going to, like, give her everything she'd want and more.
Yeah, like money.
Yeah, the ability to go on a vacation every couple months. Like...
Yeah.
Live in a nice apartment or a nice house. Get fucking... Does Mary want kids?
Yeah, she wants a lot of kids. That's the thing
that
sits her, like, kicks out a lot of the guys out of the doorway.
That's stupid.
Because she wants, like,
dude,
6 kids.
That would sign me up, dude.
She wants, like, 6 kids.
Bro, I could do that.
And then she
wants... I want to rival Genghis Khan. I don't want kids.
She's like, I want 6 kids. A guy that has priorities and wants a good life. And then she says that she will work as well. It's not gonna be like a one working household.
Realistically, though, I could see Mary being like a work from home mom, like a chick who does like some type of sales thing, where like she can sell shit online and just move product and like handle orders, but like isn't going to the office every day. Like I could see Mary enjoying that life. Now that being said, I don't know if Mary's much of a cook. I know you said she's cooked a couple times for you, but it seems like she's more of a eating out girl.
Yeah, she likes eating out. I think
it's one thing I've said it before and I said it again. I spoiled myself on my first, dude.
Yeah.
Like I found a chick who was just like top tier. That bitch was head over heels for me. She'd cook me pepper steak and shit. She's pescatarian. She doesn't eat the meat. Like
everything was good.
Dude, she was out there. She'd text me when I'm on the way home. Do you need me to make you a snack for when you get home?
Yeah, like dude, shit like that.
Dude, come on, like man.
That's why it's fucking hard.
I understand
these bitches.
But Claudio, you got to realize, like, as somebody who's like I understand how hard it is, but I've also done it so successfully on my first fucking go that like it's hard for me to empathize with your struggle, which I should, because like a perfect example is how you can back away from nicotine, but I can't.
And weed. Fucking
weed's different. If you smoked weed like I do, I don't think you'd fucking back away from it either as easily.
I mean,
that shit's fucking... If you had the fucking mental structure that I have, like, dude, I had a dad who smoked every day, all day, so, like, genetically it's in there. Fucking, I assume I had ancestors that did it nonstop.
Yeah.
But my main thing is, like, dude, I've smoked for so long. I have fucking anger in me, but I also have, like, creative ideas sometimes. So, like, to reduce my anger into, like, creative processes, weed helps me do that. It helps me not, like, blow up and be a fucking spaz about every little thing. Like, simple as, when I'm weaning myself off weed, like, Kitty running in front of my feet will have me screaming at the top, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of my fucking... Stop getting in front of my feet. Stop it. What the fuck is going on here? Like, dude, I will lose it. Just because, like, I don't have weed. And, like, I'll realize, I'll be like, dude, stop being this angry. There's nothing to be this fucking angry about.
Wow. It's just like, Oh, fuck.
Like I said it before. Like the other great example is when I fucking like when I'm weaning myself off of weed, I get so much more argumentative on Twitter. I get to like an actual like argument, like reply, like going. Whereas like when I'm smoking weed, like I'll just see some shit and I'll be like, how can I make a funny tweet about this?
And it's just like wild to me.
That's the difference. How can I be funny about this? Oh, fuck you, you're wrong. Yeah. That's me on weed or off weed. And like, it's hard for me not to like use that as a crutch when I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be angry and combative all the time. Like, I like being combative. I like having like bouts and fucking debating and shit, but I don't want to be angry when I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, understandable. But yeah, it's just why her? Why her as the fucking totem pole of everything? And I'm just like, man, I gotta structure out a bitch that does things better than her. And like this new girl.
Your secret? You want to know the secret? You gotta find a chick who can cook for you. A chick who wants to cook for you. And cooks food you like.
Yeah.
Like, that's the secret. Because I promise you, as much as it's a joke, the way to a man's heart is through his fucking stomach.
Oh.
I promise you. Like, there's nothing better than her staring at you from across the table, just smiling, waiting for you to take a bite of the food.
I fucking die.
And then you take a bite and it's like, oh, this is good. And then you smash it, and then afterwards she wants to put your fucking cock in her mouth. You will feel more loved than you ever have in your entire life. It's not like a, oh my God, this is amazing, like eureka moment. No. Hormonally, you have no choice. It's like, you know, your eyes automatically staring at ass and titties. It's a hormonal thing. You can't help it. You're gonna do it. And when she feeds you and then fucks you, you're in for life. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I promise you, if you want to forget about Mary, you got to find a babe who's gonna cook.
Dude,
what type of things would you want a bitch to cook for you?
I don't even know.
See, you got to figure that out. I got a list of things.
Dude, like fucking steak would be great.
Yeah, make me some steak and mashed potatoes with some green beans. Dude, make me fucking pepper steak over white rice. Fucking make sure you got extra sauce. That way I can ladle it onto my rice. Fucking
soy sauce and like a chicken fried rice. Oh,
egg fried rice. Oh. Egg fried rice with fried chicken. And sweet and sour sauce. Or soy sauce. Up to you. Fucking give me some give me a cheesesteak. I'll take a cheesesteak. Oh my God. Some salmon. Fuck yeah. I know I got some other things. Dude, I could go.
But what was it?
Some meatball subs sound good.
When I was talking to her,
sorry.
Here's the wild part. She's like, yeah, this was like, she texted me, and then it was like Wednesday, Thursday last week. Texting her fucking 11 o'clock at night. She's like, yeah, I talked to him, let him know we had this serious conversation. I'm like, what about? And she's like, nothing. I shouldn't be telling you about the conversation.
Then why the fuck did you bring it up?
That's what I'm saying.
I hope Mary watches one of these one time. Because what the fuck?
Dude, that's where it fucked me over. I'm like, come on, you told me.
Like, how retarded do you think I am? Like, what are you? You're some master fucking chess player who's just, I shouldn't have talked about this with you, but I just so happened to mention it. And then oopsie daisy.
I fucking guessed. I'm really good at guessing shit through it. I'm like, what?
Guessing? She gives you every fucking detail and then goes oopsie daisy.
And I'm like, what? Are you trying to just work on yourself with him? Or you're just going to break up with him in total? She's like, yeah, either or. I'm like, oh, okay. And then
those are like the only two options.
Yeah, and then she was like, I was like, yeah, and then like we brought up this topic of what if we were just really good friends, just didn't talk to anybody else, and then like a year and a half later, we just got back together after being really good friends. She was like, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. I was like,
Then crazy idea, Mary. Let's not do anything drastic in that time.
yeah, like,
Let's behave like reasonable, rational adults who have a plan for the future together.
yeah. That's why I was like, oh, she's like, why didn't you like mention this like a while ago? I was like, I don't know, because I just thought of it now.
No, you didn't. You've been on that. You've been on that wave.
Yeah,
You just suck at articulating shit.
Yeah, I do.
And not for others, for yourself. I think you just have a hard time structuring your own values and like the things that you want.
Oh, dude, like it's
like this is one of the reasons that I feel like you need to do some psychedelics with me. And the reason I say DMT is because it's right fucking there. You don't gotta force down no mushrooms. You're not gonna. It's never gonna show up on a drug test. Like, you do it. 10 minutes later, it's done. That's fucking it. Dude, I wouldn't want to put you on shrooms because you're not a big psych guy, and I don't want to fucking have you tripping out for 6 hours unless you're ready for that. But DMT, dude, it's gonna be a 10-minute trip. After that, you're just thinking about it. The reason I want you to take psychedelics is because
I just seize out.
That'd be fucking wild. I don't think you can seize out on DMT. The reason I would say that is because it's already present in us. Like, a lot. Like, it's in our brain in high quantities. And I'd assume that, it's not too dangerous putting some more in there. Considering we've heard of a lot of people doing DMT, and I've yet to hear anything bad other than a bad trip. Yeah. It's like the same thing with shrooms. Like, the only thing I've ever heard off of shrooms is that, like, you threw up. You didn't have a good time. But, like, acid, you've heard of people, like, jumping out of windows and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would take some, like, of the natural side of the psychedelics. And, like, that's the thing I was reading up on the DMT vapes. It's literally the same thing that they smoke. Like, it's no different. They don't make, like, some special oil for the fucking vapes. They just stuff that shit in there and you burn it in the cartridge. That's it. So, it's the same fucking thing. It's no different. But the thing that psychedelics do, it's a hard thing to... Because you haven't done any psychs, right?
No.
No acid, nothing.
Nothing.
No Molly?
That's why I'm like...
No Molly?
No Molly, no ecstasy, no fuck.
Yeah. So, mushrooms did it, acid did it, but if I had to say mushrooms does it better, I'd assume DMT will probably have a similar effect. The thing that it does... So if you had to imagine that your brain and everything you think, everything you experience, everything you know, everything like you have deep... Like, when you see that and you know it's a microphone, and you see that and you know it's a pillow, like, simple shit like that gets called into question again. So, like, on psychedelics... Everything that you know is now subject to reevaluation. So, if your entire brain is structured of neurons, and these neurons are these fucking trillions of fucking cells that have connections to the neurons next to them, right? Mm-hmm. And over time, as we get older, these neurons form, like, structured pathways. That way, like when you learn something, right? Say you're learning to play chess. Your brain is going to structure your neurons in a pathway of, like, okay, this piece, what does this piece mean? This piece means it does this. And that's the connection between neurons. Is this piece what the piece does? So, like, you can connect, like, how an idea forms and how, like, a process comes together. That's how you get people with, like, a Pavlovian response. That's how you can, like, ring a bell, give a dog a treat. Ring a bell, give a dog a treat. Ring a bell, give a dog a treat. Ring a bell, all of a sudden the dog's mouth is watering. Mm-hmm. You never give the dog a treat again for fucking 3 months. His mouth will water every time you ring that bell. And it's because he's developed a fucking pattern in his brain that goes bell ring, treat, salivation. So, as you grow up, you know how, like, they say that, like, once you're 25, your brain stops fucking growing and developing. Mm-hmm. That's, like, commonly what they're talking about, as well as, like, your frontal lobe fucking growing. but children learn passively. So like just that's why their kids are so good at learning language. They don't have to really study it. They just hear it and they pick it up. Whereas like if me or you wanted to learn a language right now, it'd be hard as shit. Like we'd have to study everything. We'd have to practice constantly. We'd have to fucking structure the neurons in our brain. Like we'd have to put effort into shifting those. Whereas like a kid does all that structuring passively. They're just experiencing, and all these neurons are constantly testing new connections. So think of psychedelics as brain grease for all your neurons that have set in their ways. Every neuron pathway that's like, okay, we know this. We know that when this comes up, this is how this is what this feels like, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to react. All the things that you know through your entire life's experience are all of a sudden viable for reevaluation. So like simply sitting in this room and like thinking about a mug, thinking about a bat, thinking about the fucking dry erase boards. You're going to reevaluate everything. So then take that like reevaluation process and put it on yourself. And that's what psychs do. You end up self-evaluating in like a state of mind that is like not yourself. All of a sudden you get to view yourself from like a third party. Because like, let's say you're talking to a therapist, right? Mm-hmm. And the therapist is trying to dig into some of your bigger issues. And like, let's say some of them you don't like. Like, for instance, let's say a therapist was telling me that I'm too mean, I need to be nicer to people, and I don't like that. So I start being like, dude, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what's better. Like, something as simple as that, right? Yeah. I'm going to be like, no, I don't think so, because this is what I believe. When you're on psychedelics, you're not going to go, no, this isn't what I think because this is what I believe. You're going to go, well, I know that this is what I think on it and this is how I feel about it, but I don't know if that's right. So I'm going to think about it for like 10 minutes. Like, you've smoked weed before.
Yeah.
You know that, like, when all of a sudden you're just like sitting in a room and you're like not paying attention to what anyone else is talking about and you're thinking about one specific fucking thing in the most intricate fucking way you possibly ever could. Mm-hmm. You've ever had that on weed where you're just zone out and you're thinking about like a cork and how a cork works and the tiny intricate details of a cork and who came up with a cork and who decided that this was what we were going to use to close bottles, shit like that, like those type thoughts. That's what shrooms do to you about yourself. You get that intricate and fucking, you break everything down. The way I felt the first time I was on them was I kept saying that everything I think feels like Legos. I get to rearrange my ideas like they're literal fucking blocks and restructure. Because like, Claudio, imagine you have a room, right? You have a room, and as you grow up, you can store everything you learn in that room. But it starts from the time you're a fucking baby, okay? Mm-hmm. Do you think if you start putting all the things you ever learn in a room as a baby, that room's going to start out very organized?
Yeah.
It's going to be the most neat room in the world, right?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a fucking mess because you're a toddler throwing books of knowledge into an empty room. By the time you're fucking like 3 years old, the thing's going to be packed full of shit. So many books that you can't even lift them all. You have more knowledge than you could ever even like reevaluate, go through all of it. But by the time you're like 20 years old, the knowledge is stacked to the roof. There's different piles. Everything's mismatched. Nothing's fucking organized. You got a few fucking books over here that correlate with a few books over here with a few books over there. Everything's everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine how useful it would be if you could just go in, have some superpower to reorganize everything and put the things in place with other things that correlate and restructure all these ideas into a way that is beneficial for you more than just having all these ideas scattered about and hip-hopping around. Like, when you get to this idea, it has a pillar of information behind it because you've put it all there. That's what you can do on fucking psychedelics. And, like, the reason I came to this is because, we're talking about the fact that, like, you said you agree that, like, you struggle with, like, defining your values for yourself, like the things that you want and how you want them to be. And I feel like psychedelics are the super boost for you, and, like, you don't got to do them all the time. Hit them one time and you're gonna have a resounding fucking effect. Like, and it's not going to be negative. I promise you. You're not going to have a negative experience. Well, I can't say that about DMT. Shrooms, I promise you're not going to have a negative experience. But I don't have a plug for shrooms.
I think I have a plug for shrooms. I know a lot. Too many people.
Claudio, I would
have a plug for fucking coke.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
And fucking acid.
Yeah.
And ecstasy. Yeah, I think Molly.
I would do Molly.
Only time I'd do Molly is if I was at a fucking rave.
I'd do Molly sitting right here on this podcast.
Let me see what I know.
Dude, go ahead. I don't care.
If
I do Molly, you gotta do DMT with me.
Fuck.
Dude, I don't know why you're so scared of psychs. I don't get it.
I don't know. It's just like,
I get they're intimidating, but, like, you seem so, like, no forever. And, like, Claudio, I genuinely want to know, like, what are the things that, like, make you not want to engage with them?
Dude, DMT, dude. People tell me that you live a lifetime in DMT.
Yeah, that's people who heard stories, and they're thinking of the Joe Rogan thing. And it wasn't DMT, it was salvia, Ari Shaffir. Because I've even said that to you, because I thought that was it. I thought Ari took DMT and went and lived in an underwater city for fucking 3 months and then came back 10 minutes later and was like, what the fuck, where am I? That was on salvia, which is, like, the strongest natural hallucinogen.
Jesus,
dude. DMT, like they've done actual research studies on it. And, like, the scientists, like fucking chemical engineers and fucking biochemists talk about people engaging with entities and how there's, like, 8 or 9 of these entities that people engage with, and they all fall into, like, certain types of things. And they think it's pulling these images from our subconscious in the same way that, like, oftentimes when people experience fucking sleep paralysis, people who have never engaged with each other, people who live centuries apart, seem to see the same type of fucking guy, some dark shadow with a fucking top hat. And it's like, why is everybody seeing the same guy? Because it's not a guy that you know, it's a guy that we know. He's in our fucking human subconscious. He's like part of how we structure what we know in the world. So if there's these other entities of, like, whether they may be, like, our raw emotions or, like, desires, whatever they fucking are, they're in there, and fucking people can engage with them with a fucking, super boost of the brain. And, like, DMT has no long-lasting effects. I haven't heard of any fucking, like, something tells me and you aren't going to be getting addicted to DMT. Something tells me we're not going to be fucking ripping it every fucking 10 minutes and be like, oh, dude, this is great, dude. Most psychedelics are, like, fucking impossible to get addicted to because of the simple fact that they body you. You get so fucking drained off of, like, 6 hours on shrooms or 8 hours on acid. All you want to do is fucking sleep after that. You've burned through all your fucking water in your body. You're so dehydrated. You need food. Like, you can't. And then, like, your brain usually doesn't want to take another hit of that right away. Like, you're so thankful it's over. Like, every time I've enjoyed shrooms, I've been so thankful that it's over. Because, like, it's just so fucking long. It's like, after, like, the second hour of tripping, you're like, okay, yeah, this can be over. And nope. Things are just moving. Your phone looks fucking weird. And it's just for fucking 6 to 8 hours. Your shit's just goofy. And it's like 2, 3, 4 hours even, I could vibe. Once you push over 5, it's too much. It's too long. I don't got fucking 6 hours of shit to do, man. I got 2 hours of things to do while I'm on acid. The other fucking 4, I'm sitting around. Just tripping on the couch. It's not good. There's no bueno. Why are you falling asleep? What the fuck are you?
I'm thinking about fucking DMT.
What? What are you thinking?
Just not waking up from the fucking trip.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Dude, that's
Claudio, if you don't wake up from the trip, I'll kill myself and go with you wherever you're going, okay?
Oh, man.
I'll fucking rip that DMT pen, and right as I feel it going, I'll pull the trigger of the 308 with my toe. I'll blast off into Neverland with you, man. You're not going to die. Here, I'll hit it first if it's that big of a deal for you. Huh?
Hit it right now.
Only if you're going to hit it right after. So, no, not right now. Fucking...
Dude,
I
who's
think
the motherfucker we could get in here to hit that bitch right now?
Nobody. There's nobody who's got the balls to come in here and hit that right now. Which makes me feel like I'm going to end up hitting it by myself, which I don't want to do.
I think I got someone that would come in and...
I don't want to hit it with somebody I don't fucking know.
No, I want to see someone... If we don't need to hit it, I want to see someone... one of my buddies, Omar.
Dude, that reminds me of this time I got this fucking little Arabic kid, Yusuf, at McDonald's. He was like some 17-year-old kid, and this girl brought in her vape pen, her fucking weed pen, and he had never smoked anything in his life.
Oh my god.
Never a thing. And he saw us all hitting it, and he wanted to hit it. He's like, should I? Well, I don't want to be too high when my dad picks me up. Bro, I was like, dude, you're not going to be too high. It's okay. But if you don't hit it right, you're not going to feel anything.
He had a blinker.
Dude, that thing wasn't blinking. It was a nice pen. That bitch wasn't blinking. That bitch burned and went straight to his fucking lungs. The thing is I've witnessed enough people smoking and not knowing how to inhale that, like, I can get every person to smoke right on their first fucking thing, which sounds like I'm, oh, woohoo, good for me. No, I'm just saying, like, I can make sure, like, he didn't just blow it out and was like, oh, I'm high. No. Fucking, all you do, every time you're telling somebody to smoke weed for the first time, when they're hitting it, don't blow out immediately. After you pull whatever you're hitting away, go...
And just...
Do that. Do that again. Always inhale again after you've hit whatever you've hit. Inhale one more time. As he's hitting this thing, Claudio, I'm going, pull, keep going. Don't stop. Not yet. Keep going. Okay, now, with me. Don't let out. And he'd do that, and I'll be like, you think, and because, you know, it's his first time getting high, it's going to take like fucking 15, 30 minutes for it to kick in. So I was just like, are you okay? Did you think you hit it enough? You want another one? He goes, yeah, I think I could do another one. I was like, okay, let's do a bigger one this time then. Had him go. And then I was like, all right, now, okay, and hold it. If you hold it longer, your lungs will absorb more, and when you blow it out, there will be less smoke. He held it until he coughed, blew it out. I'm telling you, fucking 45 minutes later, this dude's eyes were fucking, like, he had pink eye in both of them. Just fucking bloodshot. Not kinda, not sorta, just fucking beet red, dude. Like somebody squirted fucking ketchup in his eyes. Dude, he was so fucked up. And I left work at like fucking 9 o'clock, so I didn't have to deal with him and his dad. Bro, he was so fucked up. He's like, God, my dad's gonna know I'm high. My dad, and you know, he's an Arabic kid, so like his fucking religious ass dad finds out that he's fucking, like his dad, this kid was so religiously indoctrinated that this was like some tall, skinny, dorky kid with like uneven teeth that were like, his 2 front teeth were different sizes. Okay? Some tall, skinny dork covered in acne, 17, 16 years old, plays Fortnite all day. And he came into McDonald's trying to bag one of the prettiest girls. Not like trying to go out with her, not trying to take her out on dates, not trying to fuck her, trying to marry her. He's like, I'm going to marry her. Like, I want to marry her. I was like, that's not how this works, guy. sure, maybe people of your faith, but I promise you, this little thotty in her skin tight jeans all the way up her ass with her fucking dick grabbing nails and her fucking red dyed hair is not a devout Muslim. Call me crazy. And it was just so wild seeing this fucking little goofball trying to bag one of the baddest bitches. And like, you know, I got this kid ripped on fucking dab pen in the fucking job.
I gotta go piss now.
Oh, Claudio. Think about that DMT while you're in there. We're at about an hour and 11. We're not going to do too long of an episode today because Claudio's got to go get to his classes. He's a studious young fellow. I feel like I'm a little bit out of frame in this one. I'm kind of up in the corner. Should probably fix that, but I fucking won't. How's it going with you guys? We got a lot of views on the last episode. I wish we would get some more comments. I'd like to interact with some people who are fucking watching. And like we got a lot of view time, so I know people like I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that like out of the 12 hours of watch time, it wasn't, basically 6 people watching almost a full pod. I'm going to assume it was probably like 2 or 3 people watching the full pod, and then the rest of you were watching like 15 to 30 minutes. Leave a comment. Say something. I'll comment back. Maybe pin your comment in the top if it's fucking dog enough. That side note, we're gonna try and get Joe Biden on the podcast. I've been thinking about guests that we could really do, and as a big supporter of Joe Biden, and there's constant debate about his mental capacity and how capable he is of leading this fine nation, I think the only way is for us to prove to all these MAGA extremists and these haters that Joe Biden is completely capable. And he's going to come on this podcast, and we are going to have a 4-hour conversation about the state of the country. Because Joe Biden doesn't take he takes no prisoners in his political game. This man is a straight murderer. So he can come on here and spit all the corn pop facts all day and nobody can touch him. And in fact, if the orange devil himself, Trump, isn't too coward, he can come on and have a debate with our strong and powerful leader, Joe Biden, the greatest president this nation has ever known. Claudio, why are you playing with the DMT? Come on, man. Do some DMT with me. Claudio, we just come in here, we shut the door.
He saw me jerking. I ain't gonna do it.
But look, we come in here, we just sit down, we press record,
and just watch it.
And yeah, like that'll be the best part is we'll be able to see it afterwards, and then we can have like 30 minutes of us talking about it and be like, what the? Then you can have that spot so you can lay out on the couch and fucking, you'll be fine. It'll be a great time. Imagine how much of a fucking come up it would be to be like, yeah, my first psychedelic was DMT. Bro, yeah, I just dove into deep end.
Because I don't want to fucking be high on shrooms or acid for hours.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's why, like, I don't, like, that's why I haven't, like, tried to push you to do them with me, is because I know you're not going to enjoy being high for that long. I don't enjoy being high for that long, and I like tripping. So it's like, there's no way you're going to fuck with, like, being high for that long. So, DMT is, like, the route to go, man. Like, real is real, Claudio. If you don't hit enough of the DMT, you don't even trip. Like, if you hit it like 3 times, shit just gets woozy. Like, shit just fucking gets wavy for a couple of minutes, and then it goes back to normal. Like, it's 100% short term. I want to do it, man, but I'm scared to do it by myself. I'm a coward. I need my strong friend Claudio to lead me into the light. Claudio, if you won't do it for you, do it for me.
Fact on DMT. People have used DMT often in religious rituals.
Yeah.
Thousands of years use drugs as a part of. Side effects include powerful hallucinations. Dude, if I see a clown following me everywhere, due to
That's the
nature of
thing is,
drug-
Claudio, when you're tripping on the DMT, you won't, like, you're not going to be up and walking around and doing shit.
I'm just laying.
You're going to be laying right there, just in your head.
No, like, even after the trip, you.
Yeah, if you have continued hallucinations, I think you'd probably have something else going on in there besides just some DMT issues.
Rue is
You got a
similar
friend
to
who's been waiting to come out.
Anti-migraines drugs.
What? What'd you say?
It's an anti-migraine drug.
I never heard of that.
And it acts as a non-selective agonist that at most or all of the serotonin receptors. A typical smoke dosage of DMT is 40 to 100 milligrams.
Yeah, so we'd have to rip the shit out of that pen.
Yeah.
Which
and the
doesn't
drug
surprise me.
begins working almost instantly.
Yeah.
Effects peak at a plateau for 2 to 5 minutes and gradually drop off the duration effect totaling 30 to 60 minutes.
That ain't shit.
When consumed as a brew in the form
Which
of
means that you probably get like 10 minutes of an actual trip and then it's fucking 50 minutes of come down.
Yeah.
You're just feeling weird.
Consumed as a brew in a form of a...
Yeah.
I don't even know.
See, ayahuasca,
dose.
that's probably the word. Ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dose is between 0.6 to 0.85 milligrams. For every kilogram of liquid, effects begins with...
That's probably
60
what's
minutes.
in there is like an ayahuasca brew. And that's where the DMT is. That's why it looks so hashy and shit.
Okay.
Huh.
Peak after 90 minutes and disappears in approximately 4 hours.
Yeah, that's taking an actual like...
Root and like actual...
Yeah, and that's I think ingesting it, not fucking inhalating it.
Number of slang terms exist for DMT. Dimitri, businessman's trip, businessman special,
Yeah, give it a businessman special.
fantasia, 45-minute psychosis.
45-minute psychosis. I love that it's at the bottom of the list.
The main effect of DMT is psychological and an intense visual and auditory hallucinations, euphoria.
Dude, that's the other thing.
And-
You hear things.
Oh
like
my
they talk
God.
to you. Like that's why I feel like I'm gonna meet the jester, because I feel like the jester's just gonna laugh at me and ridicule me and fucking make fun of me. I feel like you're gonna meet someone fun. Like I feel like you're probably gonna meet the space grays. There's little fucking they're little greens or little grays, and they're little fucking like space dwarves with magic and shit, and they talk to you and hang out.
Okay, here. Possible side effects of DMT.
Let's go.
Increased heart rate, increased blood pressure,
Okay, so the same
chest
thing.
pain and tightness.
Don't heart rate and blood pressure basically increase together?
Yeah.
Like if your heart rate is increasing, that's increasing your blood pressure?
Dilated pupils, rapid rhythmic movements of the eye, dizziness. When taken orally, DMT can cause nauseous, vomiting, and diarrhea.
Thank God we're not doing that.
Depending on the individual user, DMT experience can range from intensely exciting to overwhelming, frightening.
Frightening.
The experience can be so powerful that users may have difficulty
Here's my thing.
processing and integrating the trip.
I feel like if you experience something frightening, is because you got some shit in there you haven't dealt with and you haven't been dealing with, and you've been needing a big fucking kick in your ass lately.
Oh my God, dude, this is the worst part.
What?
Because DMT can mimic a near-death experience. Some people
Do you
may...
know why that is?
No.
Why it mimics a near-death experience?
No.
Because when we die, Claudio, our brain floods with DMT from right here. right in your pineal gland. Your pineal gland goes, and you trip fucking balls on DMT. And this is where the life flash. This is my theory on like the life flashing before your eyes. People who think they died and went to fucking heaven or died and think they went to hell. They had a fucking DMT trip as they were dying, and it just so happens that they got resuscitated. Because we all know that the brain remains active after death for a little bit. Like there's still electrical signals going through the brain. We all know that. Unless your fucking brain gets blown in, it's still active. Like if you just die from like a heart attack or something. So, like, that's why it mimics a near-death experience. And, Claudio, I'm sorry, but that's one of the biggest values in psychedelics is experiencing death before death. And this isn't, like, a new concept. This is a concept that is as old as religion. Fucking the Greeks talked about it. Christians talked about it. Like, Dionysus, the god of wine, the Greek god of wine. Greek wine wasn't just like alcoholic. It had magic shrooms in it. And like it was the magic serum that gave people knowledge. Like that's how it was referred to in fucking Greek mythology and shit. It was the nectar of the gods and shit like that. Like it's the equivalent of the apple of Eden, the knowledge of good and evil. Like you understand? Like fucking the Catholics today are still fucking taking communion with wine and fucking cracker. Like, the wine is meant to fucking, symbolize a whole bunch of shit, but, depending on how you fucking look at it, it can symbolize, like, drinking this fucking element of knowledge, of a little bit of piece of God. Fucking psychedelics are important, and, like, having you experience death before death helps you get comfortable with who you are and like where you are in reality. Maybe not comfortable, but like helps you accept. Because like growing up, like I was always somebody who says like I'm not scared to die. I don't give a shit about dying. But like once you experience like some psychedelic fucking trip that gives you that, it's like, whoa. What is death? What am I saying I'm ready for and I don't care about? Like that type shit. And I think it's good for us. Not I think. I know it's good for us. There's plenty of fucking research that supports that it's good for us. Fucking, like when you're playing video games and you got like that dexterity chart, that like the pentagram and like one goes into your strength, one goes into your charisma, one goes towards your fucking wisdom, the other goes towards your fucking sneak. You know what I'm talking about? What are you looking at? Why are you on YouTube?
Dude, now I want to watch a fucking animated trip of how it goes.
Not right now, you goober. You made me forget what the fuck I was talking about, you asshole. Now you gotta say something. What would it take for me to get you to do some DMT with me?
I'd do it if we go camping.
We're gonna go camping.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it while we're camping. Fuck. You'd rather trip out in the middle of the fucking woods for your first time than in a room that you're comfortable in?
Yeah, because you're out in nature. You hear the birds chirping. You're more relaxed.
No. Not at all. I promise you, not in the slightest. Psychedelics, like... You ever watch Man of Steel?
Yeah.
You remember how like Superman would get overwhelmed by his super senses?
Yeah.
So like it's basically what happens to you. You don't have super senses, but everything is turned up.
Oh my god.
Especially light. Like on psychedelics.
Now I'm turning off this motherfucking light.
No, like that'd be fine, but chances are you still probably would turn it off. Like when me and Vic and Drew were tripping on shrooms at their house, like we had the curtains closed. Like, a light is just a lot. Because, like, you see so much. You see so far when it's light outside. You see everything. And then your brain is trying to process all of that while it's already fucking processing all of this extra shit because you're tripping. Everything you think about is extra. Like, you know how I talk about the fact that, like, you don't have enough calories in your brain to think as much as I try to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, you only have so much dedicated energy. So like when you trip out in fucking like with a lot of shit to process, it's hard. Putting yourself in a closed, comfortable space is the best thing. Like a house where you can wander room to room is good. Doing it at your house would be amazing, but some tells me you're not going to trip balls at your house in front of your mom and dad.
Well, here's the key point.
You're going on vacation.
Parents are going on vacation.
Oh, all we got to do is
Next
pack up
month.
on snacks, bring over the Switch. We'll be good.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, that'd be.
Claude, stop looking at it. Well, like, you don't have to stop looking at it, but like, I'd recommend stop looking at it as like this big daunting thing and look at it as just like a day you're going to do something. And after the day, it's over. It's like being scared of like
Roller coasters.
yeah, like some shit like that. It's like once you do it, it's over, you're done, the day's over. You go back home. You're chilling. Like if it was like shrooms, that might not be the case. You're going to be stuck thinking for a while. Like you're not going to be tripping for a while. Like sure it'll be over when the day's over, but like you're going to be thinking. Like all of a sudden you're going to catch yourself just not listening or watching anything and just sitting on the couch pondering. So what the fuck? What? You ever ponder, Claudio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do?
A lot.
What you be pondering? Mary all the time, I bet.
A lot of Mary, yeah.
As much as I want a female, it's good for me that I don't. I'd get so complacent. I get so comfortable. Like, I got what I want. I'm chilling. Whereas, like, without it, it's like, I want the world.
Yeah, like with Mary, I was like always contemplating, like, we can do more.
Do you think people should give up on their dreams, Claudio?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, never?
Never.
So they should be like,
Always working for something. Because if you have dreams, then you're always working for something.
yeah, there's a difference between working for something and giving up on your dreams. Like, oftentimes people give up on their dreams when they have kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's no longer about what I want. It's about what's best for my child.
When I have kids, it's going to be the best of what I want and for my kids. So if I have this...
I think lots of people would often say that, you know, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
As much as you want things to go like that, you really can't. Because you can't be at work doing what you need to do and also raising children, giving them everything they could possibly need to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, something as ridiculous as, like, the type of shit I dream for like, you know, a seat at the world table, at, like, the ability to change the world with, like, just the movement of some money and resources, like actual power on a scale that matters. It's like, dude, the possibility of me getting that is less than 1%.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm playing a pretty foolish game, but I still want to try. But it's like, when do you just say, okay, fuck that, it's time for me to worry about having a wife and some kids? When do you say it's time to just leave that alone and worry about getting a house?
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth giving up on your dream. Because I know a lot of people do, and some people say you have to. Some people say you're supposed to. Some people say it's good. Other people say you never should. I'd like to never give up, but...
Look at my dad. Never gave up on his dream. Being an artist as well. Having a good life and then...
Yeah. I don't know your dad, so I can't ask him what his dreams were. But if I had to wager, it wasn't living in Cleveland. Like I'm not saying your dad isn't successful. Your dad's very successful by many means. But what I'm saying is like, I imagine this isn't the life he imagined when he was like 22 years old. So like that's what I'm talking about. Like the outlandish, wild dream. Like obviously, yeah, he fucking worked his ass off. He got a good job. He fucking murdered it in art. Which, granted, that's a talent. That's like.
That's why I believe he's taking psychedelics. Is that motherfucker?
Oh yeah, there's no way your father hasn't.
He's been pushing out paintings like crazy. Like in the past month, I think he's pushed out like if you come to my house and look in our basement, I think he's pushed out at least like 30, 40 art pieces in the past like 2 months. Maybe month.
And like, was your dad always good at painting, or did it take him like years and years and years of practice, or did it just take years and years and years until someone recognized?
He was always good at painting.
See, like that's what I'm saying. Like your dad has an innate talent. He has like something that he's just good at. I've been trying since I was young to find like a thing that I'm just good at, something that I just get. And there's nothing. The only thing I'm rather inclined to is arguing. And I don't want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I wish I was funnier. Like I wish I was funnier. I try, man. I try so fucking hard.
That's why I think Tymir's funny as fuck.
What kills me about that motherfucker is he is so funny, like in person. I get him on the podcast and he ain't got shit to say.
Yeah.
It confuses me. He's so funny and talkative most of the time. He's so good at like fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Improv. Just fucking coming up with nonsense to keep the conversation going.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, then I get him in a podcast room and he's just sitting there and be like, yeah, Ricardo, what's that mean? It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Tell me some. Tell me some wild shit. Give me a wild opinion, Tamir. You're so good at saying shit that's insane and then justifying it. Do it right now. That's some of the best humor, is justifying wild shit.
Who the fuck?
Who is who? Man, you are terrible. I'm going to have to start taking your phone from you, guys.
Dude, no. Like, this person I haven't texted.
What the fuck does that matter? You just looked at a TikTok they sent you?
Come in here.
Jacob!
Come in here. Come in here, Daddy.
Come.
You gotta hop in. You've already opened this door. You gotta.
Yeah, you at least gotta sit in for a moment.
Yeah, you gotta come and talk.
Come and talk.
Turn this bitch on. Ooh. Yep. Give it to me. Oh. What's up, Daddy?
Pull that mic in a little bit. You don't gotta pull it straight to you. Just pull it down. Down towards like your shoulder, chest.
Gotta make it. Ooh. So we're thinking about taking DMT. You joining?
Not happening.
Come on, we're taking a psychedelic.
For those of you who don't know, because he's never graced this podcast with a visit, this is my twin brother.
Yes, sir.
This is Slimmy.
Fuck you. So you're taking DMT?
I've been trying to convince him. Because, like, I want somebody to do it with.
You haven't touched it?
I haven't touched that thing yet.
I'm not doing it.
Would you take a psychedelic?
He's done psychs.
Really?
I've done shrooms and acid.
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean,
Eating
acid,
shrooms sucks.
Acid sucked because he wanted it to be his trip, but...
No, I wanted him to trip. This motherfucker was stuck to Nadia's hip the whole time, so he couldn't fucking trip out.
I was having a good ass time. Like,
he was having a great time. I'll give him that.
My thing
just
is,
wanted him to
for
trip
acid
out.
though, it's too much for me. Like,
yeah, dude.
It's here.
Oh, you just
Jacob,
feel
all I
Bro,
thought when I
it's
took
like,
acid
I'm
is it's
cool.
party drug. It's
Yeah.
something I could take
Yeah.
at the club
Yeah.
and be an
Like,
epic
that's
dancing.
some shit that you would...
Like, Claudio, you'd
go
love it at an
crazy
EDM
with.
concert.
Dude.
But
You'd
like, at
fucking
the same
love it.
time, like, shrooms, I gotta try it again.
Like,
We got to do it with capsules. We got to grind
don't-
it up and pill it.
I don't think I would do it with capsules. I think
I hate
if I
eating
actually do it with something better than water and
just fucking true.
because like literally I took it with a bottle of water.
them. You're nuts. You're fucking insane.
and just swished it around in my mouth. And
Whoa, dude,
that's
Yeah,
a
you just
nasty
spread
feeling.
the
That's a
mushroom
nasty
taste.
feeling. That's a nasty
Just
feeling.
shit and dirt. You just spread it around your mouth.
But so I gotta try that again. That's it. I'm not trying.
Dude,
to
I want
And
love.
Stefan told me about that pen. He said somebody from his work hit that, and like they wanted to see what it did, so they hit it like 4 times, and they went to ancient Egypt. I'm cool. Like,
I want to
bro,
see
that's a different. Yeah.
How do you think? Hey, real quick, where do you think the Egyptians learned to build those crazy fucking things?
Outta here.
Where do you think they learned the fucking ancient mathematics, bro?
Shit, they was on some shit, but not that.
Oh, I promise you they were. DMT has been around for thousands of years. Dude, it's in your brain. You think
Yeah, I know.
You think
but
the
my
people
thing
that
is,
were
dude,
mummifying people and taking their fucking organs out weren't somehow inclined to the fucking
Yeah.
psychedelic trip that happens every time you die?
Yeah, my thing is I'm cool on fucking being one of them ones.
I want to fucking see what they saw. You don't want to live with the ancients. You don't want to be fucking one.
Because I don't get away with the shit that the agents did. Like
you
they could literally have 20 bodies and not fucking
What's that got to do with DMT, bro? They also
You
didn't
get to
have
experience
plumbing.
a lot of shit.
They also
okay?
didn't have plumbing. You get to shit in a nice toilet that takes your shit away into a magic realm unbeknownst to you.
Oh, it goes somewhere. It's called right down the fucking, what is that,
But it
Edgewater?
got nothing to do with you.
It got a whole lot
It got nothing to
to
do
do. I
with
pay the taxes on that motherfucker and all
That
that.
bitch disappeared. That bitch
It's got a lot to
vanished.
do with me. I paid
vanished
for that
into the
little
fucking
fucking
ether.
magic hole. Okay.
So you're getting the DMT for free, man.
Nah.
Come on, dude. Experience live on a wild side, dude. It's 10 minutes of fucking experience.
To you,
No, it's
when you're actually in the fucking trip, you don't think it's 10 minutes, dog.
Okay, so after
Exactly. To the person watching you, it's 10 minutes.
but after it's over, it's over.
Yeah,
It's over,
you
dude.
done thought you've been through another whole fucking day plus.
I want to meet someone who's gonna tell me where I'm fucking up. I want to meet the jester.
What if he doesn't tell you you're fucking up?
Wouldn't shit? We good. We fucking goody there. We chilling. We keep marching forward. We on the right path. I done spoke to Jehovah. Now, if I meet some,
How many of those you been smacking out on? No, these.
he drank that one right there.
One
Yeah, those are from last week.
from Aiden.
Well, Claudio bought those, but yeah, mainly for Aiden. Dude, he was so eager to come over last week, but then all of a sudden he didn't want to come over.
What, this week?
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
thought he had to. Didn't you call him or you was on the game with him and he said he was going lifting or something. And
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure he also.
Hey, you want to know what he said when I said Claudio's coming over at 2 to record when he asked when's Claudio coming? I said Claudio said he's coming at 2. He goes, well shit, that means you can play until 2. No longer getting off after this game. So it's like, obviously you ain't doing shit. Come over here and record and go to the gym after.
Yeah.
I think then he might be hooping because they got the hooping chat going.
I'll go hooping.
You would?
Yeah.
I'm about to go probably next weekend with Solomon and them. So
Julissa just got back home.
Yeah, she
I'm
just
officially
sent me
done
and
watching
landed.
Bill.
yeah, she just texted me and landed.
Fucking Bill's a goat.
I gotta take a shower. So
Yeah, why are you already home? Fucking
left early.
You just got off early?
Whoa.
She thought you were talking to her. All right. We've hit about an hour and a 40. I think that's about a good place to call it. Claudio, you got any closing remarks? Anything you want to say? Anything you want the world to know? You got anything you want to tell Mary? I still love
Dude, if this is going out to Mary, give me a snippet. Just like cut this bitch
Yeah, I
out
got you.
and send it to me.
This is
shit.
gonna be your response anytime she texts you. You're just gonna send this clip to her. So what do you got to
Fuck,
say
man.
anytime?
I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Oh my god! This is not where I thought this was going.
Maybe in the next couple of years. Maybe in the next year. Who knows?
You're never getting him back, Mary. I'm gonna start fucking him. It's over. You're done. This episode 16. Claudio's getting fucked in his ass, Mary. You're never seeing him again. The end.